When you put an envelope in the mail, you expect it to arrive on time and intact. But a community watchdog investigation found local post office employees suspended, fired, and prosecuted for mistreating, delaying, even stealing mail.
Nate Morbido discovered Tennessee is a hotbed for mail complaints.
Take a look at this map right behind me. We found a dozen substantiated cases in these local zip codes, and another case of possible mail theft currently under investigation in Kingsport. Our review of federal records going back 5 years revealed of almost 70 districts nationwide. The U.S. Postal Service's Tennessee district is home to the 5th most Inspector General investigations. We don't know how many of those 550 closed cases agents substantiated, but 40% allege some kind of mail theft, mistreatment, or delay. Not the kind of behavior you'd expect from what's consistently rated the most trusted federal agency. There's something exciting about opening your mailbox. Constantly uncertain of what surprises today's mail will bring. Most days,
got a new book, Chloe.
Shantae Haney welcomes her mail carrier's visit.
Now that mailman I like.
But others?
Sometimes our mail don't show up.
She says the routine brings her anxiety.
There's times we get other people's mail that don't even have this address.
Federal records show some postal workers in our region made more than just honest mistakes, taking everything from people's pain pills to gift cards and even holiday greetings. The Inspector General's office confirms special agents opened a new case just weeks ago after they identified a postal employee believed to be responsible for reports of mail theft in Kingsport. The case remains under investigation, but the employee no longer works for USPS. From 2011 through September of last year, these internal documents show investigators substantiated other cases of misconduct locally. These are federal pictures of some of the missing, delayed, and stolen items. Records show USPS suspended an employee in 2016 for failing to deliver 220 circulars to customers. In 2015, the agency suspended a carrier for abandoning her route and throwing hundreds of pieces of mail into an undeliverable bin intended for destruction. Earlier that year, the Postal Service fired another employee for delaying the delivery of more than 400 pieces of mail. A man who admitted he delayed mail almost every day for 2 months. Pictures show everything from greeting cards to Social Security mail, healthcare bills, and even potential bank statements. There's also the rural carrier out of Fall Branch who resigned in 2013 after admitting in an effort to get pain pills, she stole medications from VA patients over the course of 3 years. She spent 27 days in federal prison. Then there's the contracted truck driver, fired for stealing more than 100 times from East Tennessee State University and Hampton Post Office customers in 2010, specifically taking cash from greeting cards, hiding some of the cards in his pants, and impacting dozens of customers. He ultimately paid thousands of dollars in restitution after pleading guilty to a federal crime. A year prior, a rural route carrier out of Unicoi pleaded guilty in federal court and spent time in prison after investigators found thousands of pieces of undelivered mail at his home, mail belonging to nearly 400 people. With 500,000 employees handling roughly 45% of the world's mail volume, delivering to more than 155 million locations nationwide, not all employees represent the Postal Service well.
Although the vast majority of postal employees are dedicated and hardworking, a small number of employees and contractors betray that trust in the Postal Service by committing postal crimes.
The OIG declined our request for an on-camera interview, but in a statement assured us the vast majority of items entrusted to USPS arrive safely and promptly to the proper recipients, adding in those occasional cases where mail theft, destruction of mail, discarding of mail, and willful delaying of mail occurs, the OIG aggressively pursues allegations of fraud, waste, and abuse, including employee misconduct. The agency said it takes allegations from various sources seriously and reviews each one to protect the interests of USPS and the public. A Postal Service spokesperson told us the agency's 12,000 employees in the Tennessee district, who deliver 6 days a week to more than 3 million addresses daily, are committed to upholding the sanctity of the mail on behalf of the Postal Service.
Half the time we get our mail late.
Customers like Shantae Haney sure hope so.
Now listen to this. Most of the time, USPS says the only time you can file a claim for loss or damage is if you mail something priority mail or Priority Mail Express, since it automatically includes insurance. Now, if you have a complaint, you can call the Fraud, Waste, and Misconduct hotline on your screen. It's 1-888-USPS-OIG. You can also file an online complaint. We posted a link on our website. That's WJHL.com.
Well, a spokesperson told us there is no simple answer as to why there are so many cases in the Tennessee district, saying investigative and audit reports are only a snapshot in time and may not reflect the climate of a region over a different or a longer time period.
Yeah, and he added the complaints and investigations could be triggered by one event, maybe a single source of multiple allegations. Whatever the result, we've shared a sample of employee misconduct cases for you so you can see it for yourself on WJHL.com. You'll find details of some other cases, including embezzlement, fraud, and even cases of a carrier who destroyed some of the person's driveway in front of a child.
The Tennessee Department of Environment